gems breaking all the bars. Yo, the crowd's feeling it, energy's alive. Spotlight on the tales where the future arrives. Bass in the air, every story's a spark. Late night on bass, we're light in the dark. Bass night stories on the stage, we vibe. Talk show magic where the chain comes alive. Tokens in the flow, let the legends provide. Late night on bass, we're taking it worldwide.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Late Night on Base. I am your friend, your host, your confidant, Bill the Bull, back at it at the studio. And today we got a doozy and a good one at best. We got the team from cat.town. We got Crunkles and we got Tara. First of all, most important question I have out of the entire show is, how are you two doing today?
Good. It's probably the first good weather we've kind of gotten here in Northern Ireland. So for context, it's like 64 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like very hot here. So
you poor soul. It's a very cold day in California for 64. And Crunkles, how are you doing today, my friend?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just been doing a little bit of coding, trying to suck in a little bit of the sun, and honestly, getting a little bit distracted by Farcade today as well.
It's fun, right? Farcade's fun.
It's really fun. Yeah, I found my game that I was just like trying to blitz and get my top score, and it turns out I'm actually not that good at it. So
I had those guys on. I think literally the first week they released, and I was just like, "Yo, you guys are really cool. Like, you want to come on the podcast?" And they did. I'm terrible at it though. Oh my gosh, that's really hard.
It makes two of us.
Oh yeah, shout out to them. If you guys are ever interested in the Farcade podcast, Late Night Base, it's on my YouTube somewhere. But let's chat today with you guys because I'm excited for this one. Because to me, the mission of Base is to onboard the next 1 to 2 billion users on chain, right? And to me, the two biggest ways to do that is through gaming and through NFTs. People say, oh, DeFi and all that stuff, but literally it's the less complex, the better. Your grandma, your uncle, your aunt, your neighbor down the street is not understanding 99% of things in this space, but what they do understand is games, and they understand NFTs, and cat.town has both. So I'm really interested to dive deep on that because, like I said, I want the normies to understand what's going on. But, you know, for those that are tuning in on Spotify, YouTube, Pods, wherever it's distributed, maybe they saw it on X, and they're coming across cat.town for the very first time. If one of you guys don't mind, what is cat.town?
I'll take this one. cat.town, essentially, our goal is to create an on-chain home, your cozy on-chain home. If you're familiar with Animal Crossing, which was, I think, like the biggest hit of, COVID, 2020, March shut down Nintendo, like it was the most sold game of the year because of the pandemic. And that's actually how me and Crunkles kind of first met as well. It was actually through Animal Crossing. We actually met like on Bumble, and our first date was COVID.
I met my wife on Bumble. I didn't meet her on Animal Crossing, but I did meet her on Bumble, so I can share that.
There you go. Our other co-founder, actually, Rob, he met his wife on Bumble as well.
They need to pay us. Bumble, if you're listening, you got 3 success stories. Just saying.
But so we're building basically an Animal Crossing experience on chain. So we want it to be a place where we're fostering a community of people who can meet up, nice chill vibes, essentially what Base is trying to get across, which is just being kind, being a good person, being based. cat.town is essentially, we're trying to get that. We're going to have a nice based ecosystem for everyone where people can come in, they can play games, they can earn, and they can collect. cat.town is essentially going to be a play game, collect, and earn on chain. So we're going to have it where you can customize your cat completely, your home, your entire world. And we've been working on some features recently to bring more social aspects to the game, which Crunkles can kind of talk about later on. But yeah, we're just trying to make a home on chain where people can meet up with their friends and play games, and a nice casual experience that people can, as you say, people can pick up and play. Your granny can go and pick up and play it. I actually recently got my brother set up on Warpcast, and he was playing the gacha. So it has to be an experience that can be pick up and anyone can play it, and that's what we're trying to build.
So basically, that's very cool, actually. So it's so in a way, is it kind of like remember in 2021 there's that whole idea of a metaverse where people come hang out in like a social club but online? Is that kind of the same way with Cat Town, just like that destination that all people come to be like, this is their digital home?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. We'd be building like a home for people to come to, where an ecosystem where you can meet other people, you can play games, and you can earn on the game.
Extremely cool. Extremely cool. Okay, so this is the website again. If you guys are on Spotify, I urge you, or I don't urge, but I highly suggest you come over to YouTube. On YouTube, you can see the actual visuals that we're doing, that we're going along with it. So you see the main town, Cat Town. I assume everyone in Cat Town, chill vibes, and also cat lovers. Take a wild guess.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, if you want to sort of try and like have an idea of like who our community is, basically cat fanatics. And one thing that we've noticed is that there's a lot of people who were onboarded to our community through like standard Web 2 things like TikTok and other platforms, and this is actually their first like crypto experience, which was really, really cool to find out. We had no idea. We thought we were just sort of like helping people get started with the game and stuff, and it turns out that a lot of people had never been on chain until they had like tried out the game. So we have quite a diverse community, but the one thing they've all got in common is that they all love cats.
Amazing. Well, that's the home. If you like cats, you need to check out Cat Town. So all right, so number one, very impressed that you guys just celebrated your 1-year anniversary for Cat Town. Am I correct?
Yes, exactly.
That's a massive accomplishment. And I'm not even joking, because what people don't realize in crypto, 1 year is the equivalent of 5 to 10 years in the real world. Most projects in crypto don't last a month, let alone a few weeks. Like, we live in a very, fickle-minded economy where if it's not gaining traction, a lot of people just decide to leave. But the fact that you guys have stuck around, not only stuck around, you're thriving, it seems like. So I just wanted to first say congratulations to the two of you, because that's a big deal in my opinion.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Building for the last year has been really, really cool. I mean, I've been in crypto for a while. Tower's been sort of in crypto, I guess, for the last year, maybe 2 years now.
Yeah.
It's been such an eye-opening experience to build, instead of just trade and invest and kind of like I guess be a hobbyist. It's quite a brutal industry to be in. I would imagine the gaming industry is as well. You hear stories about people burning out and being too much work and stuff like that. And I can safely say that whenever you put the both together, it's you have to be awake for like 90% of the day. It feels like super fast moving industry. So yeah.
No, for sure. So we'll get into one of the differentiating factors of my podcast and others. I really like to know the stories of the team behind it, because that to me is very important. Like, we talk about the product, it's great, but like the team behind it, their stories matter, especially if you're like an investor or someone who wants to come in. Like, if the team is not passionate, like, why should anyone care? But I know you guys are, so I'm going to dive into that. But Tara, let's look at the website right now and walk me through it. So, okay, so say I'm a new user, first time ever. I love cats. I want to be a part of this social group that you guys have created. I come on your website. Where do I begin? Walk me through Cat Town. How do I play? How do I enter? Tell me all about it.
Okay, so you're going to want to hit that big button, Play Cat Town, and it will bring you to the website, and then you're going to want to connect and play. Just connect whichever wallet.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that music?
Yeah.
Very soothing. I like it. Okay, so connect and play. Let me just see something. Don't want people to know my wallet, so 1 second, just to be safe. But I do want to connect. But I don't want people to know what's going on. All right. Whoops. Sorry about that. Let's go back to share screen. All right, back at it. So we're going to hit connect and play. Hit the MetaMask. All right. Connect. You're not going to steal my money, right? I hope not. $9 in there.
We promise.
Thank you. That would actually be the first time. Imagine if I got rugged live on stream I mean,
Oh my
I
God.
would be kind of impressed yet horrifically mad, but
Hey, it would probably go viral, right?
it would actually. I mean, maybe. All right, so we're just gonna log in. So for those, so okay, if you do want to use your site, you have to be able to have a Web3 wallet, correct? So like
Mhm.
that's a necessary step, correct?
Yeah, we do use Privy. So it is possible that you can log in with an email and it does generate an embedded wallet. We do recommend that people use a standard wallet to get the full experience and understand DeFi and whatnot. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm in. You guys see me? All right, cool. So I see boxes. I see blue, pink. So what do I do? Am I like gonna like be a cat? Curious cat, but
So
whoa.
you can wander around and just click anything that is highlighted with the little arrow or has the white outline is something you can interact with. So this is Abby. You can interact with her just
She's so
by
cute.
clicking on her.
She's so cute. Welcome to Curious Cat Books. I'm Abby, and this is my little corner of Cat Town. We've got books on every subject you can imagine, and some probably can't. Guys, this is like really dope. The fact that I can actually like do something that's 95% of projects you can't even do this. Okay.
We're currently trying to build in a reputation system as well with the NPCs. So every time you speak to them, you'll be gaining a reputation point. We'll be having a system similar to Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, and Stardew Valley, where you would give an NPC a gift and it will increase your reputation and friendship score. So we're going to have all these smaller pieces that you would have in normal life simulations all on chain.
This is
But,
so cool. So right now I'm just like interacting, I'm talking. Are these other characters in the game that are real, or these are all just NPCs?
These are all just NPCs. Baron should be somewhere in the game, but I don't know
And
where he is at this current time of
and
day.
who is Baron? I noticed there was something called Baron in here. Talk to me about Baron. Who is he? What does he do?
I'll let
Sure.
Crunkles take over this, but Baron is essentially our AI agent for Cat Town.
Yeah, so Baron's our AI agent for Cat Town. Basically, he was our virtuals agent that bonded sometime last year.
Is this Baron?
Sorry?
Is this Baron?
No. You'll notice Baron straight away. He's got like a big graduation cap on, and he likes to think of him as pretty fancy.
If you press double space on the keyboard, actually, there
Oh,
you
yes, he messed
go.
around.
This is so dope. Guys, this is hilarious. I love it. Wow.
But yeah, basically, so he's our virtual agent, and we've got a lot of good plans for him. At the moment, we're in the research stage with him. We're messing around with some stuff to do with virtuals. We're waiting on some other AI infrastructure so that we can really take him properly on chain. But the plan for Baron is basically to have him as a tutorial agent. So if you're a new player and you come into the game, you can speak to him and find out more about what you're meant to be doing, what's going on in Cat Town, are there any events on, and so on. And then we also want to have proper AI-driven quests, games, and events as well. And the great thing about this as well, the fact that Baron is an AI agent, is that he exists not only in the game but also out of the game. So we want things to kind of leak over into Twitter and leak over into Warpcast with him, so that we can kind of like, I guess it helps onboard new users, and it also helps us run games in basically out of Cat Town.
So what do you envision Baron doing outside of the game to onboard people into the game? Is he just going to be conversing with people? What are your plans with him, ideally?
So at first he'll be conversing with people. He does have an on-chain wallet. He's accumulated some Bitcoin. He has some Kibble, and he has some Baron. So the idea is that he'll be able to look at the wallets and the contracts and things that are live at the moment, and who's interacting the most. Basically, who's a valued Cat Town player, and he can do shout outs on Twitter for that user and kind of generate some buzz around that. So we have a few ideas, and really the sky's the limit with it. And I'd be lying if I said that we knew exactly what it was that we were going to do for the full journey of Baron. But this is the great thing about AI tech, because it's such a fast moving space that, next week there could be something that basically enables some idea that you've had for a year, So we're going to kind of like keep testing that and keep playing around.
I'm like literally having so much fun while listening to you. This is like really fun. I assume you guys are biased and you agree with me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So this is the demo. Okay. Typically, so if I'm a user right now, so everyone can kind of play what I just have demoed live. Everyone has access to this, right? But they can't
Sure.
see other users, just only NPCs, correct?
Correct.
Yes, at the moment in the top right-hand corner, it might be obstructed for viewers of the stream, but there should be a little icon and it will have a little cat head in it. That is our activity feed. So you should be able to see what other players are currently getting up to in Cat Town, but there's no live chat or anything at the moment.
Do you have plans? Like, okay, so talk to us about like the plans of how you envision Cat Town to evolve. Will it involve where players from around the world can start talking to one another chat wise, or what do you guys have planned?
This is maybe some alpha, but this is
Oh,
actually
wait, time out. Did we just hear alpha? If I had a siren, this would be the siren, because on my show, what people understand and my viewers, Bill loves alpha. And so Grunkles, lay it on me. What is the alpha, my friend?
We're going to be launching our first social feature with the relaunch of our favorite game, fishing. So this will be the start of our social feature. So it'll be a chat. It'll be a global chat. It'll have events coming in. You'll be able to chat with your friends and see what's going on. So if someone catches like a huge fish or something, that's going to come into the chat, and you're going to be able to either congratulate that person or, like get mad at them because they just stole your second or first spot or something. Yeah. So that's going to be like the first step of it. Naturally, we want this to grow into like a multiplayer experience. We think that communities in online games are very similar to like meme coin communities. It sort of ends up like this like nice tight knit group of people who interact majorly through online means, and we think that there's quite a large crossover between those. So we kind of want to flesh that out, and hopefully at some point this year, you'll be able to see your friends walking around, wearing some fancy new hat that they just bought, and they're showing it off. So those are the plans.
Yeah, you'll be able to customize your cat to basically be an expression of yourself, and there's going to be different areas. So I've been posting on Zora recently. I actually posted one today of the second floor of the skate shop, which is more like a punk alternative, bit of a grungy place. So the idea would be, you can be like, "Hey, Bill, I'll meet you on the second floor of the skate shop." And we both hop on to Cat Town at that time, and then we both agree to meet up in one place at one time, and it brings back, I suppose, that old unity you used to have from like the beginning of the internet, whenever everyone would be like, hey, we're all going to play games at this time, let's all hop on it. We're trying to get that back again. We're trying to get that sense of community and bring that on chain.
I remember, I'm probably older than you guys, but I remember in 1996 I was maybe 10, 12, I don't know what I was, but the chat rooms at that time, AOL was like so fun. Like you'd be at school and be like, yo, let's go to the chat room once we're done, 15 minutes, I'll meet you there. And everyone would just come hang out from like, it was like that social scene away from school. So what you guys are doing somewhat similar, which is nostalgic, but actually just really fun and unique. So a couple more questions on the games before I dive into you two as individuals. How can users make money? Obviously, is it through Kibble? Talk to us what Kibble is. I think there's something called Gacha, I don't know. So, and there's like a revenue share. If you guys don't mind, what are the roles of these, and how would a user potentially make money in this game?
Sure. So in Cat Town, there are many different games that you can engage with. One of the ones that we have open at the moment is the Gacha. So you can find that in the supermarket. Different games will be placed in different areas if you think about it like a world. So a Gacha is basically like a little toy capsule machine where you put some kibble in, you turn it, and then you get a toy out, and then you can take that toy and you can either collect it, you can sell it, or maybe you can use it later as part of a quest. So there's lots of different ways to earn from one game. Usually there's like a source kind of place where you would get an item, and then you would decide what to do with that item. So ways that people can earn, there's the gacha. So you can earn through the gacha. You can earn through fishing as well. So we're bringing back the fishing competition. This was our biggest feature last year. And we developed as part of Onchain Summer. And that's whenever Cat Town kind of really blew up. We saw a lot of success during Onchain Summer with the launch of the smart wallet. and our fishing game was processing 33% of all transactions through the smart wallet. As in 33% of all total transactions on base through a smart wallet was going through our fishing game, which was crazy for us to see. And we can't thank our community enough for the support through that as well. So we're bringing that back. That's a fan favorite. It's like totally different. It's still got that nice like earning potential of the last one, but it's got more engaging mechanics, and you can unlock some new things as well. But then you can also stake your kibble as well. So all of these games also generate revenue. So if you take your kibble and you go to the bank, obviously you have to stake in the bank, right? So it's called Wealth and Whiskers in cat.town. So if you take a walk to there, you can stake your kibble, and you will get a cut of any revenue that's generated as well, which at the moment is set to around 20%. So most people will get their earnings through that and through the games that they're playing as well. We have future plans for other ways to earn that you shouldn't even have to think about. You just play the game and you should be earning in the background. We're going to call that the loyalty system, but that will be coming later this year.
Very cool. Quick question, because I do want to hit up the NFT collection before I go, but is the team just you two? Are you guys funded? Like, this seems like a very complex, awesome project. How many people are involved in creating Cat.town?
3.
Just you two and someone else?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's a good friend of ours, Rob, who couldn't make the call, but he's our contract and backend developer. He can kind of do anything. He's fantastic, and it's mainly the 3 of us. We have a very supportive community. Some people who help out with like socials and different things here and there. But yeah, in terms of development, it's us, and we're also. Sorry, go ahead.
Are you guys VC backed? Because I mean, this seems like something that they would love.
No.
You're not. Are you guys
No.
trying to seek any investment or no?
I mean, we are. It's not something that we're 100% focused on. We're more focused on building for now.
Sure.
But we've made it so that like we're developing our game engine from the ground up. We're developing our infrastructure from the ground up. We're doing everything ourselves because we find it to be the cheapest and most reliable way as well, and it gives us the best chance in the future as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not saying anything. I just had Hooli from Coinbase Ventures, the head of Coinbase Ventures, on the podcast. I might, Hooli, if you're listening, I just would recommend checking him out. This is a lot of fun. I've had more fun playing this little Cat.town world because I'm not really a gamer, right? And so like, and nothing against it, just not really my cup of tea. But like, whether it's the Farcade, I like the people behind it, but it's just too difficult. This just seems fun. Like, even I understand it. So I like the fact that you're able to simplify it. You don't have to be really like great at games. It's just like a hangout session and fun, and you have all that. So I think it will appeal to a lot of people. So real quick, take me through this. I know you have an NFT collection. I'm an NFT guy. I love NFTs. I have my own project on base, an NFT collection called the Topi. So I always respect anyone who has this NFT lore behind them. What is the founder collection?
The Founders Collection was one that we released sometime last year. It was my first time ever making an NFT collection, and Crunkles as well helped me with it. But they are all hand drawn, all animated. And the thing about our NFTs is that once you have one of our NFTs, when it's in your wallet, whatever wallet is connected to Cat.town, you can play as that cat. So it's essentially a playable skin. The idea is we will have more wearables in game that you'll be able to purchase, and some people have also asked for like another collection. So maybe if people are nice, we'll see another.
You hear that, everyone?
If
you're nice, maybe Tara and the team will.
We want to do another one for you.
Maybe. Very cool. All right, so let's now turn the attention on YouTube as individuals. Like I said, this is the part where I thoroughly enjoy. I love talking about the projects, but I like getting to know the people behind it because that's very important. So if you guys don't mind, walk me through this. You guys, you met during the COVID time. You come in, you said before that you didn't really have any crypto experience, did you? Or was I mistaken on that? Or like when did you start with crypto? I guess. Let me go with you, Tara. When did you get into this crypto realm?
It was also around the time that I met Crunkles, who was just like, you should buy ETH. And I was like, okay, strange internet man, I will take your advice. So
Very
I
trusting
bought
you
like a
are.
tiny bit of, I know, but you know, well, you gotta take an opportunity, you gotta take some risks. So
That's true.
hey, it pays off, you know, from internet stranger to fiance. But honestly, this last year building on base has probably upped my knowledge. I mean, Crunkles, you know for a fact, like we've been together for 5 years, and you've seen me grow from knowing absolutely nothing to now co-founder, and you'd say I've probably learned a lot over this time.
Yeah, it's honestly been incredible. I think building is the best way to learn, and
Yeah.
Tara's done amazing, honestly, at this. But
That's a keeper
yeah.
right there, Tara. That's a keeper right there.
It's
Saying
we
all the good
ultimate
things.
tester.
Well done, my friend. Well done, my friend. No, but you're right. To your saying, it's the only you really get to learn this space real fast when you build. Like it's as a casual observer, you can still learn, but like when you're building, you have to learn everything because you have to know there's so much components. It's very difficult to build in this space. So you're kind of like thrown to the fire, I guess you could say. So Crunkles, let me ask you then, how long have you been in crypto in general as well?
I think I bought my first little bit of Ethereum back in 2017.
Okay.
So I've been in crypto for quite a while. I haven't been a great trader, to be perfectly honest, but I've definitely learned a lot. And the thing that really, I guess, brought me in was just the fact that as soon as I heard about Ethereum and the fact that it was like proper programmable money, I was pretty hooked on it. I think during 2017, Rob and I, our other co-founder, we developed like arbitrage tools and all of these like weird things around crypto, but we never really like started to actually build with the technology. And then yeah, I guess in 2000 or I guess my first touch with NFTs was in I think 2017 as well with CryptoKitties, if you remember that collection.
I rescued a crypto kitty back in 2021. Someone rescued them, and I bought one. And I have zero idea what happened to it, but somewhere in my wallet.
Same. I have no idea what happened to mine. But it's basically a distant memory at this point. But in terms of NFTs, I basically went hands off with NFTs then until we started to kind of start to look at cat.town, and I started to really get interested in it because of the utility of NFTs as opposed to just I guess the art of them and the fact that you can build with them and, as well. That really I guess opened up the opportunities of what you could do with this tech.
Yeah, makes sense. And so let me then ask you this: you guys are in crypto, you're building on base. No one's forcing you guys to build anything, but you guys choose every single day to wake up to dedicate your professional lives to cat.town. My simple question to either one of you is why?
Simply because it has the possibility to change lives completely. I think like over the last year, we've kind of like the purpose of cat.town has always been it's about other people, it's about a community, and we a few months back, actually must be about half a year ago, one of our community members came across a homeless stray cat that was malnourished. So we chipped together to be able to pay for the vet bills and a year's supply of food and deworming and whatnot. So even just getting one cat off, you know, into a home is fantastic because that's, you know, cat.town didn't exist. That wouldn't have happened. You know, there'd be another stray cat on the street. And that's just one small thing. You know, we during the hurricane, I think it was gaming, a few months back in the Philippines, horrible damage was done. We donated money to that, and it's just to think that, you know, if we didn't make the choice to make cat.town, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to meet the people to be able to help them. So I think everything happens for a reason. So that's why I think cat.town is here for a little reason. And if I can change one life, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. Even if it's me just making little pixel carts on base, I don't care. It's changed one cat's life and hopefully many more other people's lives.
This is where I give you guys an internet fist bump, both of you. I like that mission. I like that mission a lot. So before we wrap things up, you're building on base. Obviously, I'm biased. I literally named my podcast Late Night on Base. So clearly I like it. what has your guys' experience been? And honestly, be truthful. Even if it's you didn't like it, you don't have to say it. Like, just be honest. What has been your guys' experience on base? And overall, are you pleased with building on this L2?
I would say overall, definitely pleased. I think that it's kind of one of those things where whenever I hear about someone starting building and they build on another chain, I kind of like in my head go, why? You know,
Yeah.
for me, there's like one option and that's base. But I think over time it's been peaks and troughs. There's been times whenever obviously things have been really, really good. There's been times whenever there's drama and there's things. But I think that a lot of this is just Twitter stuff. And sadly for our industry, it ends up quite intertwined with this, a lot of drama that goes on. So I think that it's a very busy way to build. I think as a software developer, you're used to kind of like maybe sitting in like, not maybe the back room or something, but you sit there, you write code, you maybe report to a couple of people, and that's like your thing. But like building in crypto and especially in base, because it's so active, there's always something to grab your attention. Some of it's negative, some of it's positive. Most of it's positive. But
yeah, I definitely say that's probably the benefit of base is that there is just that kind of atmosphere of positivity and optimism, and it's that optimistic view towards the future. And it's like, as Jesse said, like base is for everyone. And it's like, I know that kind of got him a little bit shtick because people were like, oh, base is for like pimping and like et cetera, et cetera. We all saw it. We all saw it on our feeds. But you kind of have to accept the good and the bad because the technology we're building on is, as I say, it has potential to change lives. We've experienced it, and there's surely other stories out there of people who have completely changed their lives and created generational wealth out of, why limit everyone on the planet to this? We should be focusing on trying to get everyone on board so that we can get one step closer to unity, hopefully. That's what I think base is about. It's about bringing people together. It's about uniting us. And if you're not about uniting people, maybe base isn't for you.
Yeah. No. Only good vibes on base, guys. Only good vibes. Good vibes, good builders. Guys, any last words that you have for the audience regarding cat.town?
I guess if you haven't played cat.town, hop on. We're always waiting to ask any kind of questions, jump into our Telegram and whatnot. And I guess just a huge thank you to the community and anyone who's supported us so far, especially those at base as well. There's too many names to go through them, but you know who you are if you're listening to this. Yeah,
we really owe just the community for everything, because without them, well, we wouldn't be here. Without, we aren't VC backed or anything, so we really appreciate everything that our community does for us and the support that they've shown over the year, because we'd be nothing without them.
Well said. Very humble. Community is everything in crypto, and your community is very lucky to have both of you guys leading the charge. Crunkles, Tara, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
It's been a pleasure. Everyone, if you're on Spotify, head over to YouTube. On YouTube, we're going to have cat.town's information, their X, their website, and where you can play the game. And of course, you'll have your boy Late Night on Base's X information as well. If you haven't done so already, like and subscribe. Literally helps me produce more banger content on the daily. Until next time, everyone, this has been Late Night on Base with cat.town. See you guys next time.